Proverbs in action. Number 2. It is better to give than to receive. It's a long lane that has no turning. It's no good crying over spilt milk. Laugh and the world laughs with you. Weep and you weep alone. Lightning never strikes twice in the same place. Listeners, eavesdroppers never hear any good themselves. A little knowledge, learning is a dangerous saying. Little sayings please little minds. Many a true word is spoken in jest. There's many a true word spoken in jest. Marry in haste, repent at leisure. Let us get this started with. Alright, first stop, it is better to give than to receive. This is an incredible one, and this is more relevant nowadays because, well, in 2 months Christmas will come, and technically November is on day for doing that. But Laura, yeah. Anyways, let's get this started with. When you give someone a gift, you feel happier than when you would receive the gift. Laura, and, well, you go ahead, and it's like giving is better than receiving. Emily gave Laura a beautiful ornament for her birthday. Laura was thrilled, but Laura knows that it is better to give than to receive. She wrapped the present up again and gave it to Sarah. I can't wait to open it. Sarah knows that giving is better than receiving too, so she has posted the ornament to her friend Mary for her birthday. Thanks a million, Sarah. It happens that Mary is also firmly convinced that it is better to give than to receive, especially if you don't like the present. She's going to go ahead and pass it on to her friend Emily, whose birthday is also around this time. Okay. So, it's pointless. She just bought nothing. It's like she just bought it for herself. I wonder what she's gonna think about, like, when she finds the present. She's like, What happened to the present I gave you, Laura? I gave it to... I went ahead and gave it to Sarah, and then what the heck happened to that present that I gave Laura, Sarah? What? I didn't understand. What happened to that? Where'd you go ahead and get this, Mary? Oh, I got it from Sarah. I bought this thing. What the heck happened? Yeah, she's probably going to be really, really mad. Righto, next stop, we have this. It's a long lane that has no turning. Right, it has a long lane that has no turning. Now this means that it is unlikely that any situation will continue to be the same for a very, very long time. Things have not been going well for Mr. Brown. The year before last, his house was badly damaged by a fire. Last year, his wife was seriously ill. This year, he lost his job. But it's a long lane that has no turning. Next year, we hope there'll be something for Mr. Brown to smile about. Countdown, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh no. And that's pretty much about it. Alright, what the heck do we have next? Well, we have, it's no use crying over spilt milk. It's no use crying over spilt milk. This means that, well, it's a waste of time to be unhappy about an accident or a mistake that you can't even solve. There's been a terrible mistake. The men from Root and Branch Ltd were supposed to cut down the tree in Mr. and Mrs. Black's garden. Hey, over here! But they've cut down the tree in Mr. and Mrs. White's garden instead. Oh, it was this tree, not this tree! Mr. and Mrs. White are terribly upset. They really liked their tree. But it's no use crying over spilt milk. They're going to ring a lawyer and sue Root and Branch Ltd for every penny that they've got instead. Oh god, they even went ahead and cut off some of the fence stuff. Oh, come on now. Yeah, we want to sue Root and Ltd Branch. He's like, I gotta sue you. Oh no, what the heck did I do? I need this job! Right, and next up we have laugh and the world laughs with you, weep and you weep alone. Perhaps Fred ought to go back to doing what he does best. Fred Chuckle is a very successful comedian, but he's not a happy man. He wants people to take him seriously as an actor. He wants to make them cry as well as laugh. Unfortunately, audiences seem to prefer the old Fred Chuckle than to the new Fred Chuckle. Laugh and the world laughs with you, weep and you weep alone. Perhaps Fred ought to go back to doing what he does best. That's about it. Righto, next up we have lightning never strikes twice in the same place. Now, lightning never strikes twice in the same place. This means that, well, if you have had one very unlucky incident or disastrous experience, the same thing is most unlikely to happen to you again. Mr. Jones was walking home one day when he saw smoke rising from somewhere near where he lived. Unluckily for Mr. Jones, it was his house that was on fire, so luckily his wife and children were not at home. 6 months later, Mr. Jones spotted another column of smoke. Surely lightning never strikes twice in the same place. No, it doesn't. Or it hasn't this time. I wonder if their electrical lines are pretty good. Right, next up we have listeners never hear any good of themselves, saw Paul Green. Listeners never hear any good of themselves. Now this means that, well, there are creeps. Like, people often say things that are intended to be serious, but they do in fact reveal something really true. Like, here's an example. You go ahead, you're a creep, you listen to someone else, and then you're all, yeah, they're gonna be great. And then they say, well, yeah, it's not this guy I'm talking about, it's talking about this other guy. This guy is creep, and this guy is actually yourself, and they just called you a creep, and technically you are a creep. It's just not true that listeners never hear any good of themselves, saw Paul Green. Paul's so nice. He's lovely. 2 girls sitting behind him were from his class. He recognized their voices. He's good looking too. Yes. But then, you are talking about Paul White, aren't you? He had second thoughts. Of course I am. Not Paul Green. He's a real creep. Yeah. Oh, come on. Right, next up we have number 30. Marry in haste, repent at leisure. And, well, then we have number 27. Number 27 here, we have a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Nah, number 27 really is that big. Little knowledge is a little dangerous thing. People who think that they have learned a little bit about a subject often imagine that they know more about that subject than they actually do about that, and they become really overconfident. I can easily find out how to do this on the web, says Mr. Watts. It won't take me long to make it now. I've got the instructions, he said to himself. I reckon I know all I need to make about modeling boats, he tells his wife. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing, thinks Mrs. Watt. Even his son and daughter think that this is not going to work out the best. Righto, on to the next one. We have little things please little minds. Little things please little minds. Well, this means that trivial matters interest like trivial people, like silly people, are interested in only very little things. You look great in that, Beth. Do you think so? Who's wearing it? Jennifer Lopez. She is great. Don't you think Miss Beth would look great in that, Celia? I have no idea. She's as boring as the books she reads. Little things, please little minds. From experience, I do know little things, please little minds. Right up, next up, we have, there's many a true word spoken in jest. There's many a true word spoken in jest. Alright. Well, number 29 is like many a true word is spoken in jest, or there's many a true word spoken in jest. Now this means that people often say things that they aren't intended to be serious, but they do in fact reveal something very true. If you watch television like that, you'll get square eyes. No, I won't, Mummy. Anyway, the screen looks funny from farther away. Huh. Well, now he has to go ahead and check his eyes. And now he has square eyes. Aw, now I really have square eyes. That's what I'm imagining him saying. Well, that's pretty much about it. Then we have our final wave. Married in haste and repent at leisure. Now, when you marry in haste and you repent at leisure, that means people who get married before they have had time to get to know each other properly often regret what they've done later. Jack and Jill had a whirlwind romance. They met and fell in love. They felt that in their hearts they knew everything about each other. I'm Jack's mother. I'm Jill's. Pleased to meet you. But Jill didn't know that Jack was a very untidy person, while she was very tidy. And Jack wasn't aware that Jill didn't want children, so he did. They had been married in haste and would have repented at leisure, except that Jill walked out after 6 months. They didn't even last a year. Incredible. Alright, in the next video, number 30 video, we'll be doing number 31 all the way to number 40. Until then, she on out. Peace. Bye bye.